Hi there, I'm Stephanie Prima with Move Into Mindfulness for a Vibrant Body and Peaceful Mind. And this is an introduction to the video sequence that I put together for COVID-19 to release anxiety and help boost the immune system. And you only have to look at this once, but there's some important things that I wanted to share with you, and I did not want to do it during the sequence because during the sequence I'd like it to be able to relax. So please be sure to follow this all the way through, and then the next time you can just bypass all this, all right? So I made some notes. First off, this is a beginning level class, right? There's no experience necessary whatsoever. Anybody can join in on this. You don't need any particular kind of clothing or special shoes or mats or nothing. It's just you. So wear something that's loose and comfortable, that is easy for you to breathe, and you're going to have your belly expanding. Wear flat shoes or go barefoot or socks, something where you'll be on the ground because you will also be lifting up and coming back down. If you need to be seated while you're doing these exercises, that's perfectly fine. You can do them, actually you could probably even do them in your mind laying down, but I do them standing. And if you are in a position where you're not able to stand for very long, go ahead and have a seat at any time and just continue the exercises. And by the way, if any of the exercises are too difficult for you, please modify them. Don't push yourself. You want to be relaxed. And if you need help modifying them, feel free to contact me. My contact information, I'll post it down below. So don't try to do this. Don't get frustrated and all that. It should be relaxing and enjoyable. So let me help you with that if you need help. You need enough space. Even if you're seated, you want to be in a chair, preferably that does not have arms, if you can. And so you need enough room for your arms to come up to the sides and up over the top and down. That's how much space you need. Also, forward and backwards, so arm's length all the way around you is how much space you need. And you can do this indoors or outdoors if it's a nice day, the sun, no wind, no rain. You want it really nice outside. And just find a quiet little nook somewhere where you can do this practice and won't be disturbed. You don't want to do these right after eating, because the body's going to be working on digestion, right? So the chi is not going to flow as well. It's not going to feel good. So wait at least an hour after you've eaten, or you just eat something very, very light. The exercises, each one of them, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got about 10 exercises in this sequence. Each one can be done all by itself, anytime, anywhere. So some of them, I think particularly if you're working at a computer all day, you may want to just stand up at your desk every 30 minutes or so and do some of these exercises. If you don't have enough time to do the whole sequence, just do some of them. Just take one. Do one for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes a day is not too much to ask for anyone who wants to do some self-healing. And they're all designed where they can be done on their own. Also, if you want to do one particular for a longer period, stop the video and do it. You can do them for 20 times if you want to. The repetitions, number of repetitions don't matter. It's what are you feeling? And if you relax the mind, you're going to start feeling, oh, well, this exercise, I really need this one. This feels really good to me. That's the one you want to do, right? Okay? And let's see. Stop the video. Important points. So I talk about different places on the body, and I want to show you where they are right now because I don't go into detail during the sequence purposely, because I wanted you to be able to relax and not worry about it. So the crown, if you put your hand at the top of the head, you'll feel like if you're pressing, going from the front of the head back, you'll feel a high point, and then just right after that is a little bit of a dip, like a little valley there. That's the crown. So when I say the crown is lifted, because I think I say that at some point, the crown, it's as if there's like a connection here, pulling it up from the crown. And that means the chin is like, it's not up. We're not pulling up with the chin coming up. That's a common mistake, so please don't do that. Because when you do that, you're scrunching the neck, right? You're scrunching the spinal column. So it's here, and it's not low, just level. Head is level. That's the crown. There are points on the palms, and I use the palms a lot, and I don't mention the name of this point, but it's called the Qigong point. And the way you find it is you bring your fingers in towards the palms, and right where the ring finger is, that point where it touches your palm, that's the Qigong point. So this is a really strong energy gate on the body. And then there's another one that's just opposite on the top side of the hand. So when I am saying bring the mind to the palms or palms towards the body, that point is what's generating chi. The chi is coming from that point on the body. But I think in general, you'll find once you keep practicing, you'll find that the hands are the first place you'll feel chi, and it feels pretty awesome. And you've heard of healing hands, right? So people laying on hands, we all have this ability. We all have that energy in our hands. So pay attention to that point. Then the Mingmen. This is another place. It's on the back side of the body. I don't know if you can see me the way I have the camera set, but if you run your hands down where the ribs are, you'll find the kidneys are underneath the ribs, and then just a little bit down from there in the small of the back, at the lumbar spine area, like between lumbar 4 and 5, if you know those numbers, that's the Mingmen. Okay, so that's a critical point. And so in parts of the video where I say the palms are beaming to the back, below the kidneys, that's the point. Okay. And then one more place that I bring attention to is the bottom of the feet. So imagine this is my foot right here. Or, you know where there's the ball of the foot, right? Pretend there's the ball of the foot. Right underneath it, in the middle, is the bubbling spring point. It's also called K1, kidney. It's the first major acupuncture point for the kidney. It's not the beginning of the meridian. The meridians are the energy channels, but it is the major point right there. So when I say it's like you're growing roots down into the earth, you're growing from the bottoms of the feet down, bubbling spring, it's earth energy coming up into that point on the bottom of the foot. That's why it's called bubbling spring point or K1. So those points are what you want to focus on, and I will direct you to those points, or not necessarily the points, but that area. Keys to practice. So you want to relax. Okay, so you're going to relax the body. And when you first start out, you might be kind of tense. Maybe you're coming home from work, or you've had this awful day or whatever, right? Try to remember to relax the body, particularly these upper parts. We tend to hold our tension up here and in the chest. So relax and bring your attention from out there, all this virus stuff, all the tension and not being able to see and our lives disrupted, all that, we've all got it. Turn it off. I know easier said than done, but you'll see when you start doing the practice, it is actually much easier to turn that off, bring the mind inward. So several times I'll say just notice what you feel in the body. So we're bringing our mind back into the body and reconnecting. We're building up that mind, body, spirit connection. And people say, well, like, oh, I can't meditate, right? Yeah, it's hard to sit there and turn off the mind and focus on the breath. It's hard, but try this. Almost every student I've had that I am aware of has felt a difference. They can turn that off and come easier inside than they can to just do regular seated meditation. So I call it moving meditation, because we're moving the body, but we're also moving the chi through the body, and we're observing that flow of chi in the body, and it's like really cool. Okay, what else? Okay, calm the mind. At first, you'll probably be, I gotta get this right, I gotta put my hands here, I gotta put my hands there, and I'm explaining it because that's the proper position. But you don't have to have it perfect, right? It doesn't matter if the hand is this way or this way, don't worry about that. Just relax. Once you've seen me demonstrate the movement, then close your eyes and just listen to my voice and allow yourself to get into that relaxation flow and move with the chi. And you want to pay attention, again, internal observation. Pay attention to the sensations in the body, especially when we come back down to the dantian. Oh, I forgot to tell you that point. Sorry about that. So the dantian is the lower abdomen, and I do mention that in the video. So from the navel, about center of the midline, if you go about 4 inches down, and then 1/3 of the way into the body, there's this center there. It's an energetic center. And you may not feel it at first. It takes a while to get the sense of where it is. But once you start doing Qigong practice, you start bringing the energy from heaven and earth into the body, and you start generating more chi in the body, and we always store it back in that dantian area. That's like the battery. So we always have energy that we can draw on, right? So that's the dantian. And then also be aware of saliva flow. As the body starts to relax, it's like the saliva starts flowing like you're going to have a meal or something. It eats. And that's just a clue for you that, oh yeah, you're in the flow. Saliva flow, energy flow, chi flow. Chi is energy. Chi is life force energy. And it's spelled Qi, by the way. Chi, Qi. All right, so please do feel free to connect with me if you have any questions on this, and feel free to share it with others too, because I really feel that Qigong is for everybody. You don't have to be all serious and know all about the Chinese and the Chinese history and the words, and forget all that. It's just a simple self-help tool for anybody who wants to take their healing and their mind-body spiritual connection in their own hands. Everyone has this. We can all do it. So for those of you who want more information, I have a list of scientific studies on my website on how Qigong helps the body in many, many different ways. Depression, addiction, inflammation. There's just all kinds of things that they've studied, the effects of Qigong. So it's a powerful self-help tool. And right now I know that the doctors are leading patients in Wuhan, China, the epicenter of this virus. They're leading them in Qigong exercises. So take a look at it if you have interest in the studies. And then also if you want to go deeper, I'll post a link to some more information on my website on how you can do that. Because when we go deeper, we learn to open up the energy centers of the body and to get the chi flowing through in the body, and we learn to harmonize the organ network. And so harmonize, that means get them in balance, right? There's the yin-yang aspect of all throughout Qigong, and so we get those back in balance. And then that starts that alchemy that happens inside that helps you become more aware of yourself, who you are and what you are, and putting boundaries where you need to, and then connecting with the divine, the universal energies, the spirit, God, goddess, whatever it is to you. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a different viewpoint, but it just connects to the greater in the universe. So there's more information on that. I'll put links below. And then these exercises don't substitute for medical care, okay? And so if you have concerns about doing that, any of them, please see your physician. If you feel any kind of symptoms, please see your physician. Please also study all the, follow the practices that the CDC has put out there. Also, I wrote a blog that has a lot of things that you can do to help yourself, in addition to what the CDC says. So, use your head. This is not the be-all to end-all. In anybody's healing, and boy, do I know this, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. So this is one aspect, and it's a pretty powerful aspect. And so I will ask you again, if you know someone who is open-minded and willing to try some things, please share this video with them, because I truly believe that Qigong is for everybody. It can help so many people. It's a wonderful immune boosting tool and mind calming tool, and I think there are so many of us who need that today. Okay, so I think that's it. And again, if you have any questions, I'll put my contact information below. You feel free to connect with me, and I thank you for watching, and I do hope you enjoy this Qigong sequence. Hello. With all of the anxiety and fear that's running rampant these days with COVID-19, I thought I would put together some exercises that you can do to help you calm the mind and feel better within yourself, and also support the immune system during this time. I'm Stephanie Prima, owner of Move Into Mindfulness for a vibrant body and peaceful mind. If you have not looked at the opening video for this, please do so first before you do these exercises for the first time, because I've put together a lot more detailed instruction on them. And also remember that at any time you can stop the video and do more of any specific exercise if that exercise resonates with you. Any of these you can do at any time. These are beginning level exercises. You don't need any prior experience. Let's get started. So we start with some shaking. So the feet are roughly shoulder width apart, shoulders are back, arms are loose. The key during all of these exercises is just relax. You don't have to get the movements perfect. They don't have to be in a specific order. I want you to feel comfortable and relaxed in doing these. The purpose of these exercises, see, you can do whatever you feel like. My body's telling me my arms need to be relaxed. So do what your body wants to do. These exercises are to help loosen up the body and relax it. But it also helps to move the lymph, right? The whole lymph system has no pump. So if we don't move our body, it becomes stagnant. So this is helping to do that. And thirdly, it also helps to align the energies, line them up like polar opposites on the battery, right? And you can think of it like the iron filings of a magnet. It just goes, whoosh, brings them all in line. So shake. If you do nothing else at any time of the day, shake. You're standing in line at the grocery store, start shaking. People might think you're crazy, but hey, tell them what it's for and get the whole line to do it, right? Just get everybody shaking the body, moving the lymph system. So I could do this, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. at your own pace. You can shake as vigorously or as gently as you'd like. If you just want to bounce, just gently. If you are seated, if you're modifying these exercises to a seated position, try to remember to shake from the lower part of the body, not the shoulders. Don't just do the shoulders. Try to come from the lower belly. You're going to have to use your abdominal muscles to do that. So it's a little harder, actually, if you're seated. If you want to stand and shake, you can also hang onto a chair or a walker or the wall, anything to help you. All right, let's slow this down. Just gradually slowing it down. The feet are pointed forward. Tailbones down towards the earth. See, my body doesn't want to quite let go. But we got to move on. So for you, as long as you want to shake, you can shake. Okay, let's slow it down. And let's rub the hands together. Actually, I'm going to continue shaking because it just feels so good. Put these on the back of the kidneys. Right? So the kidneys are just under. So here's the rib cage. The kidneys are just tucked up under that. And then down below, right about there, the lower lumbar area, is a very important energy gate. And they form like a triangle. And we want to keep that area warm and massage it, give it some attention. You can use the palms, you can use this fleshy part of the hand. If you make a fist, there's a fleshy part there. You can use the backs of the palms, whatever feels good for you. You can tap it a little bit, tap the kidneys, and go down and tap the sacrum, right down down to the tailbone. Rub and tap. And then we're coming to a grounding position. So your feet are pointed forward. They're parallel with each other. Roughly hip distance apart, maybe a little wider, maybe shoulder distance apart. So feet shoulder distance apart. Tailbones pointed towards the earth. Shoulders are over hips. So a lot of times as we age, we start going more forward like this. So see if you can bring the body upright. And then the spine is lifting at the back of the head. So it's as if the crown is being pulled up. So you get this elongation in the spine. Okay, that's the most important thing, is keeping that spine straight. Just like if you're a meditator, same thing. You want to keep your spine straight. Hands are at the sides, fingers pointing down towards the earth. And slow the breathing down. If you've been shaking, you might have a little bit of heart pounding, and let the belly relax as you inhale. Belly expands out and exhale. Do that a couple of times. Breathe. Let the belly expand on the inhale. This is called longevity breathing. And exhale. Let the belly collapse. Like when you're a baby, this is how you breathe. Or if you watch your cat or dog, watch them. Their belly expands and collapses. So you're bringing the mind to the body. And shift the weight to the outside edges of the feet. As you're continuing your belly breathing, notice how the weight feels on the pinky toe, on the edges of the feet, on the edges of the heel. And imagine there's this cloak draping across your head and shoulders all down the backside. See that cloak protecting you, connecting down to the feet, down to the earth. And then and shift the weight to the inside edges of the feet. Now bring the attention to the front side of the body. In your mind's eye, see your body all down the front, and notice. You can feel the arches of your feet. You can feel the balls or the bunions if you have bunions. You can feel the big toe, the edge of the heel. This is the yin side of the body. And then bring the weight to the center, evenly dispersed. Now feel what it feels like in your feet. Notice how the toes press down. You can almost sense the imprint your feet are making. And bring the attention to the inside of the body. Be aware. You can almost feel the blood. Use your mind's eye, your imagination, to see inside the body. And let's set our intention for the energies that we create in this practice today. Drawing a shield of protective energy and well-being around us, just like we have that cloak. And let's actually do that. Take the hands, put them out to the sides, and gently lift the arms. Imagining you have this protective energy around you. Arms come up to the top. And let's make some gathering circles, leaning back. Gather heavenly energies, bring them in towards the body. Arms are circling around. Now the palms face the face, and they come down the body, giving us a chi shower. Imagine that energy coming from the palms. You've gathered it, raining down on the body. All the way, bring this to the lower abdomen. That area is called the dantian. It's about 3 or 4 inches below the navel and a third of the way back in the body. Major energy center. Every time we gather energy, we're going to store it right there. Let's do this again. Arms come to the sides. Arms rise, coming up. Inhale. Knees straighten as you come up. Let's do some gathering, a gathering circle here. Arms come back to the front. Palms face the body. Give yourself a beautiful chi shower. White light, golden light, however you imagine it. Spread that over your body to the dantian. And last time, inhale, palms up, come to the sides. Circle around, gathering. Palms face the body. Last time, chi shower. To the dantian. And we move into hold the sky. Palms rise in front of the chest. In front of the chest, they turn facing out and come up. Palms face up towards the heaven. And as you lift the arms up, also see, can you come up on your balls of your feet? Can you lift the heel? If not, that's okay. Just do what you can. If you want to stay flat-footed, that's absolutely fine. But you're lifting, you're stretching here. So we want to stretch all this part of the arm down into this torso area. So we want to be able to give the lungs room to move. Also stretch the meridians, the muscles and the meridians, the energy channels of the body. So inhale here, and then as you come down, flat-footed again, the palms come down to the chest. If you would like to bend the knees as you come down, that's fine too. Make sure that the knees don't go over the toes. And then again, palms turn around, inhale, coming up. The shoulders stay relaxed, it's the arms that are stretching. If this is difficult for you, come down a little bit, relax it. In time you're going to have more movement, more stretch here if you have tension in the neck and the shoulders. This is a good exercise, especially if you're at a computer all day. This is a really good one. Stand by your desk and do this every half hour or so and come down. It's also good, this wrist position, turning around, coming up. If this is too difficult for your wrists, you can turn your hands so that they're facing the heavens. The fingers are upright, the palms are facing each other. That's another way to do this. But this wrist flexion is really good if you're on the computer all day and using the mouse. So it keeps you from getting like carpal tunnel. Carpal tunnel. And exhale down. At home, you will do this 9 or 10 or 12 times. Inhaling. Exhale down. A couple more times. Come all the way to the dantian, the lower abdomen. Palms face the lower abdomen. And we've connected with heavenly energy. Now let's connect with earth energy. So we'll make a mudra. So the index and middle fingers curl towards the palms. The thumb is on the nails of those two curled fingers. Then the ring finger and pinky finger extend. And let's bring them in front of the body. Now the elbows are up, shoulders relaxed, elbows up. Imagine now that you're connecting the two extended fingers, the pinky to pinky and ring finger to ring finger. See if you can imagine now, almost like a rubber band. And here we are, we're opening, we're stretching the rubber band and exhaling closer together. Bring the hands in front of the navel. Inhale. As you expand the elbows, the mind goes to the kidneys. And exhale. Bring those fingers a little closer together. And inhale. Mind at the kidneys. Exhale at the palms. Those palms, you can also imagine, they are also connecting with the kidneys. As you expand the breath and expand the elbows, you're expanding the area around the kidneys, giving them room to do their job. Exhale, let the knees bend. Last time, inhale. Exhale. For this exercise, I like to step one foot out just a little bit. Inhaling, the right hand comes around to the back, weight shifts to the right. Turn the palm to face the kidneys. Exhale, guide down the outsides of the legs to the earth. Fingers pointing now towards the earth. And kind of run them along the outside edge of the feet like we did earlier. Then around the top of the toes and to the insides of the feet, shifting the weight back to the center, inhaling, coming up. This is a double inhale here. Inhale again, left hand comes around. Pause for just a second as you lean the head back. Exhale, weight shift. Guide down the leg to the outside edge of the foot, around the front, and now inhale, coming up the inside edge of the feet, so and the leg. The fingers are pointing towards the leg. Body is now back to its straight position. Inhale, one hand comes to the back, weight shifts, pause. Exhale down, guide down the side of the leg. Come around the toes, that's a pause. Inhale, come up inside of the leg. Second inhale, weight shift, come to the back. Exhale down. Imagine you're just like drawing lines up and down the outside edge of the foot from the toe to the heel. Pause in coming around the toes, now to the inside edge of the feet. Inhale, coming up, straightening up. Inhale, weight shift. Exhale down. A couple times on your own. Last set. Together. Exhale down. Weights on that foot. Really pressing it in, feeling that connection with the earth. Connection going deep down into the earth. Inhaling, coming up. Body straightens. Second inhale. Arm to the back. Exhale. Guide down the body. Pause for a moment. Notice around the kidney area and the feet, legs. At home you will do this a dozen times or so. If this weight shift is too difficult for you, that's okay. Just do it standing in place. Do both at the same time. And down. And around. And up. Does the same thing. Just feel how the feet are now much more connected to earth. You can imagine growing roots deep down to the core of the earth. And we'll do any sound. Let's rub the hands to relax from that mudra. Actually, I want to do a little tapping here too. So tapping the body down the tops of the arms and up the bottom sides, across the chest, tops of the arms, bottom sides, around the sides of the body, back, down the legs. You can do them one leg at a time or both at the same time. So you go down and up. Okay. Shake out. And then we'll do an exercise to help purge anxiety. And we use a sound in this one. In Qigong we use sounds and mudras and imagination. And eventually you start feeling the qi. And it's pretty cool. So this one we're going to just breathe through our belly. And as you do that, the belly is expanding and then it's collapsing. The mind is going to go right here at the middle of the sternum, so in between the chest, like right about the middle, right there. And the hands, palms turn out to the sides, they come up to the sides, and then stop at about chest height. Now, so the arms are perpendicular to the body, bend at the elbows, so the forearms are parallel to the body, or they're running the same direction. The fingers are pointing up, turn the palms to face out. It's like, whoa, that's what's happening here. So we have an L shape, 2 L's, or 1 L. All right, bring the mind to that point at the chest. And as you inhale, let the belly expand. As you exhale, use the sound ha. You can do it quietly. You don't have to make the actual sound, but that's the intention of the breath. You're releasing the anxiety. And inhale. Exhale. A couple times on your own. One time together. And bring the hands. By the way, if this becomes too difficult for you, let them relax. Just remember to keep the shoulders and neck loose. In time, you'll be able to hold your hands up there longer and longer. So one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. So you'll do that exercise at least 8 times on your own. Now, as you breathe, visualize the chest melting, relaxing. exercise always reminds me of when I get into a tub of lovely warm water. This is what I do. Ha. It's that feeling of letting go of the anxiety and the tension. Bring the mind to that place on the chest and let it melt. One more breath cycle. And then we'll do some lung qi massage, so the hands start at the top of the chest and rub or brush down the side of the body, coming out from the chest, down the side of the torso, around the body, like the stomach area, and up the midline, through the center of the body, up through the breast, across the top. So come down outside, come to the inside, and up. So you want to do this at least 12 times, and you can do them faster as you go along. So we're creating like a vortex. We're moving the lung qi. And this virus attacks the lungs, right? Everybody gets pneumonia. So we're moving the qi in the lungs. And then the other way. So coming up and out. Okay, and then hands on the chest, top of the chest. Now, breathing again, filling the lungs, lifting the body. We did some stretching earlier. Can you capture that sensation of the lift that we had in there? And breathe in, filling the lungs. And exhale, slowly. Continue to breathe, filling the lungs. You want it to go deep down into the diaphragm. Relaxing the shoulders, the elbows are up and out. As you breathe, imagine a beautiful white mist coming in and filling the lungs with beautiful purity. And in that white mist, as you breathe in, there's the virtues of the lung organs: dignity and compassion. As you breathe, those two virtues, dignity and compassion, are also filling the lungs. The lung energy responds to dignity and compassion. And then as you breathe in, let the hands expand a little bit. Away from the body, a couple inches away. And then as you exhale, bring them back to the body and press. As you do this, imagine now lungs glowing. Beautiful white, healing light. Pressing it in. One more breath cycle. And coming down, we'll do a gathering breath again. Hands to the sides, up. Arms come up. I like to circle around, gather. And then palms face the body, relaxing. To the dantian. And lifting, we'll do a press back. For this, the mudra, this is the long mudra. All of the fingers come towards the palm, and the thumbs are extended. So it looks like this. All the fingers are in towards the palm, thumbs are out. Thumbs face the chest, fingers are upright. And here again, imagine now we're connecting. We're making connections with these thumbs at these 2 points here below the collarbone, right here. A little bit on the outside, kind of in line with the ears. If you were to draw an imaginary line, there's some energy gates right there. These thumbs like to connect to. They also connect to each other. Here, make that rubber band again. Inhale, elbows out. And exhale. A couple more times. Feeling the connection between the thumbs and those 2 points called cloud gates. Shift the weight to one side. Knees slightly bent. Step the other foot forward, just lightly touching the toes down. I have my weight on my left foot. You can start whichever one you want to. But you will turn the body, keeping the spine upright. Turn the body, same direction as the foot that's extended. And then as you do this, open the palms and extend all the way out. And look back at the hand behind. Inhale and hold that breath as long as you can. Exhale, step the foot back in, bring the hand back in, crossing. Weight shift to the opposite side. Unweighted foot goes out, rotate on the axis of the spine, taking a great big inhale, opening the lungs wide, pushing out, turning the head back to look at that back hand. Exhale, coming in, closing. Inhale, weight shift, extend the leg, open, twisting. Exhale, coming back to center. Exhale. One more time, each side. And release that mudra, and we'll do a gathering breath. Hands come to the sides and rise up. And down. To the dantian. And just feel the body. Feel the stretch. Feel how the lungs feel more active. You can feel the chi in the lungs. Maybe And if you can't feel it, that's okay, just imagine. Notice the legs and the feet. And we'll do our closing exercises. So again, we want to rub the palms, get them really warm, and place them on kidneys. The kidneys do support the lungs, so we have exercises specifically for kidneys, but I just felt that this time we need lungs. But we can rub the kidneys and love on them and make them feel nice and warm. Alright, and use the knuckles of the, right here, the knuckles of the index finger to massage down the spine, down to the tailbone. And then shake. And with our index fingers and thumbs and middle finger, we can take our hands at the ears and rub down the ears to the lobes, and like, oh, it's like we're gathering up gunk that might have collected and just like getting rid of it. So, you know, there's all kinds of acupuncture points on the ears, so we're making sure that those points are clear. One more, and then massaging the ears, so the palms go over the ears with the fingers pointed towards the back of the head. And just press on the ears and rub in circles about 6 times. And then push and release. Push, release, like that. So you could rub, push, release. Do that a few times. This gives a deeper massage into the eardrums, into the ears inside, and then beat the drum. So the way to do that is the pinky and index finger, pinky and ring finger are towards the palm, index and middle finger extended, and the index finger goes on top of the middle finger, and then you flick. So you're flicking the index finger over the middle finger. You place the hands on the ears, so the palms are pressing on the ears, fingers are pointing back again. And they're at those 2 points at the back of the head, like the occipital points is what they're called. So you'll press and drum. If you're doing this correctly, you'll hear it. You'll hear it resonating. I do it about 24 times. It's a very good exercise to do to clear your mind, to help you focus. You can do it anytime. All right, and then let's do some tapping again. So we're going to massage at that point, that area in the back here, along the neck. Just tap here. Or massage it if that feels better for you. And then down the shoulders, across the top of the chest. Again, tops of the arms, and then underneath side of the arms. Be sure to tap in where the arm meets the torso. Under the armpit, there's some, major lymph nodes there, especially for women. You know that if you've had mammograms and all that kind of stuff. On the other side, top of the arm, bottom of the arm. Okay, and then around the torso. And let's tap the thymus as well. It's in the middle of the chest, midway between the neck and the center of the breast. It's right in the middle. That's another endocrine gland. It tends to not work so well as we age. So we like to keep that active and awakened. Tap on the right side of your body underneath the ribs. That's the liver. Tap there. And tap the spleen on the opposite side. It's on the left side of the body. Spleen and pancreas over there. Okay, tummy. And coming around the back, hips, glutes. You can really wail on this part if you want. You want to use your fists, right? You can tap as hard as you want to. If you don't want to tap hard, just brush, right? You could always just brush. That does the same thing, okay? And sometimes your body will call for something different. So down the legs, down the outsides of the legs, all the way down, and then up the insides of the legs. You can do them both at one time or separately. Shake it out. And then we have our final 3 gathering breaths. So here we go. I actually want to do some closing breaths too, some refreshing breaths. So inhale, lean up, back, take a big deep breath, exhale forward, bending down. Second one, inhale, exhale. Last one, and exhale. And roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Now, final 3 gathering breaths. Didn't that feel good? Here we go. Inhale, palms face out, arms rise up to the sides. At the top, let them face the crown of the head, the top of the head, and then the palms come down in front of the body, front of the midline. So it's like we're gathering up the effects of our practice, bringing them back into the lower abdomen, the dantian. Just pause here a moment. Notice how you feel. Notice the body sensations. Second breath. This is the ceiling breath. Arms rise up to the top. At the top of the head we make the Taiji mudra, the yin-yang symbol. Females, left thumb in right palm. Males are just the opposite. The males, right thumb in left palm. Everybody, at the hands that are on top, the fingers that are on top, place the middle finger on top of that lower palm. Then the fingers that are hanging down connect the middle finger with the thumb. And then close everything around. Now you have the yin-yang right there within your power. The harmonizing effect of the yin and the yang working together to balance the body's systems and seal. We're sealing our energy field with this. Down to the dantian, lower the lower hand, open the lower hand, let the body rest, or let the hands rest on the body. Last breath, let these hands slide open. Palms face out, rise. Come up at the top. Palms come together in what we call prayer position. Fingers or palms are touching and come down. This is the gratitude breath. So pause at the third eye and whatever it is you choose to be grateful for today. Let that sense of gratitude emanate all the way into the third eye. Let it fill the brain cavity. And then bring the palms in front of the heart, front of the chest. Press the palms together just a little bit and relax. And send that gratitude into the heart. And let it fill that whole chest cavity. with a slight bow. Send that feeling of gratitude into the lower abdomen, into the dantian, and let it be stored there along with the energy that you have created today. So it's always there. And straighten. Release the mudra, palms first, middle fingers the last to open. Hands come down to the sides, fingers pointing towards earth, palms facing the body. Feel. Step one foot in. Open the eyes. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being who you are.